It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another Copy and Cards Live. Hello and welcome. I'm just getting set up, so do excuse me a moment. And apologies, I'm a little bit late today. Lots and lots and lots going on. Lots of busy stuff. So had to come in a little bit later, but I'm here. So I'll just hang around and see if anybody joins me live. And hopefully we will be on time next time. Right, okay, so I've got my space. You can see a bit more of my space, but I think you get a better look at what I'm doing. You know, you get extra. Right, okay, so I have been super busy. Lots of exciting news in the works, my end, for my Inkstampshare, which is my little business name for Stampin' Up. I'm actually planning, I run a face-to-face class every month. I also send out kits in the post, and I'm currently setting up my second class at the moment. And there was lots of stuff this morning going on for that. So really excited, lots going on. And yeah, I'm super excited for that. If anybody wants to know any about my kits in the post for my classes, they're over on my website at inkstampshare.ink. So I just thought I'd share that with you in case you fancied joining along. Welcome if you're joining me live. Please say hello. For some reason, I cannot see the comments. I'm hoping that if somebody comments, I'll see something. I don't know why. If nothing comes through, I will pop my laptop on and we'll have a look. So I have been very, very busy the last couple of days, as we all are. And sometimes you get your beautiful stamp set, which I have here, and your dies, and it's a while before you get to play with them. And I've had these a few weeks, and my plan was to play with these for Coffee and Cards today. Now, when I make a card for Coffee and Cards, I generally have a really good idea of what I'm going to make, or I make something up in advance. Not today. So when I say it's my first play with this stamp set, it hasn't been out of the box. Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to use the Merriest Trees, and it is from the brand new mini catalogue from Stampin' Up, the September to December, so it's full of all the Christmassy goods. It's also got all the autumn and Halloweeny stuff in there, but obviously there's loads of Christmassy bits, and I thought I would play with this gorgeous one. Now, this really attracted me, and the other thing I like is this We Wish You a Merry Christmas that you can put down your tree. You can make different kinds of trees. You've got baubles, you've got all sorts going on. You've got the dies to match, but also it has some papers. Now these, I believe, are not sold as part of a suite. They're called In the Walk in the Forest Designer Series papers. And the other thing I like about these papers is that they're part of Stampin' Up's product give back. So they're philanthropic payback for this catalogue, and each market that Stampin' Up sells in will give proceeds of the sales of this packs of paper to different charities. The UK one is the Salvation Army, so I'm really pleased about that. That's a really good one. So this isn't in the catalogue as part of the suite, but it does tell you that it coordinates. And these dies, look at these dies, aren't they gorgeous? They cut out some of these papers, or some of the trees. So I have those for all those reasons. Okay, so, but I haven't played with it. So we're all going to be jumping in the deep end together. Well, that's a good thing, right? Because we all get to work it out together. Now, I am going to open up my laptop just so that I can see and respond if we do get any comments, answer any questions, have a little chat. Let's have a look. Oh, I have a lot of tabs open. Let's mute it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's have a look. There we go. I can see what's going on. So say hello if you are watching. Do tell me where you're from. Tell me what the weather's like with you. It's pretty autumnal here all of a sudden, I have to say. The week before last, we had scorching weather, Last week was kind of more normal, and this week it's more autumnal. So very windy today when I took the dog out for a walk. We've had rain showers, but it's still pleasant at about 18 degrees. So that's good. So I had a look at my papers to decide what colour card base I wanted. And funnily enough, I put a big order in this morning for my classes that are coming up. And I put some greens in because I'm using the Joy of Noel suite for that. But I failed to put in Pretty Peacock and Garden Green. How mad! So now I need to go back and reorder it. Never mind. So I've got Old Olive, which is part of this, is this one here. So I thought I'd have an Old Olive base, and then I've gone for Cherry Cobbler because how Christmassy are red and green. Got to have a red and green for a Christmas card. Okay, and then I thought I need a background for my trees that I'm going to either stamp or cut out. And this is one of the papers from this pack, the Walk in the Forest pack. So I'm going to cut this up. Now, when I cut my card fronts up from 12 by 12, I just cut off a 10 centimetre strip. And then I know that I can get 6 from each sheet of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's less waste. Now I know it's not going to be 10, it's going to be 9.5. So, and I think that's going to be 13.3. So 10 is going to be, no, it's going to be 13.8, I think. Well, we'll soon see. Let's have a look. 13.8. Working in centimetres in the UK because we're metric. So whatever your normal card base is, if it's in inches, use your normal measurements for your layers. Let's see if that's square. Yep. Yay, pretty good. So we've got 2 different greens, but they go really nicely, I think. Hi, Shaz. Thank you for joining me. How are you today? I hope you're well. I'm having a brand new first play with the stamp die set. So let's see what happens. No prep, no practice, no nothing. Let's see. So I have got my layers and my DSP, designer series paper, and then I've got these gorgeous dies here. And I think I'm going to cut it out to start with, but I might just cut out a few different ones from this first sheet that you can see. The other thing about this Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper, apart from the fact that it's a give back to charity paper and these dies cut them out, we have a bear punch, and the bear punch punches these out. You're going to go and try and encourage your granddaughter to have a nap. I bet you're magic with them. I bet she will. Go for it. Let us know how it goes. So I hadn't even noticed. I was so fixated on these trees. Look at this beautiful big tag. That's fab, isn't it? That's going to be so good for gift tags over Christmas. I love that. And then if you want to cut out the baubles, if you want a few of them, you don't have to keep putting it through. You've got 3 different ones. I love this. Fabulous. Right, I am going to have a look at this now and think about what I'm going to cut out with what die. So I have a bit of Old Olive because that's my card base. I love the names of Stampin' Up colours. Ooh, that one, will cut that one out. Like that. And I got lots of smaller ones. Try and get this one out. Well stuck in there. And that one, yeah, that one cuts that one out. How good is this? And then this big one, which has come off, can either do the Pretty Peacock one or the Garden Green. Does it do both? It does. I don't know which one to go for. So I think I'm going to pop in the peacock because I think that's quite a contrasting colour. I do like these stars and snowflakes, and I do like you've got these bits. So it looks like the top of the tree, so you could layer them on. if you stamp and cut out a tree. I think that would be so nice. So I think I'm going to cut these out to start with. Now, I'm just going to move the dies off. And I'm going to cut them out, avoiding the bears, because I can use the bears with my bear punch, which comes with the Berry Cute suite. Is it Berry Cute? No, it's not Berry Cute. It's Berry Christmas. So one, and then it was one of these. Two. And is this one the other? No, because that's also in Pretty Peacock. But look, it cuts them all out. So I can cut that one out. Or I can cut that one out. Lovely. So let's have one of each green. I love the coordination. So you could get the Berry Christmas bundle, which is the bear and the punch and the stamp set with this designer series paper, which is what I did. And it coordinates with this paper. And then if you had wanted more, you could have this bundle that we're using today, and it will go with the paper as well. I love the coordination. You get more bang for your buck. Right, so we've got this one and this one and this one. Right, let's grab a bit of washi tape. I think that will help. Makes me want to sing Christmas carols. I won't, I promise. I don't think you'd appreciate it. Right, this is going to cut it out nicely, I think. Just make sure I have it really straight. And the same on this one. And then I'll put it through the Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. Die cutting machine. That one will go on there. And then this one. I think this is going to be a quick card. Well, for me, because I do like to chat. Okay, let's grab the machine. Right, put them all on together, then it only goes through one time. Saves on your die cutting time. Okay, let's try it. Here we go. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Let's cut it out well. And this last one. Put all the bits in the bin. Right, 3 trees. Let's have a look. Now, I think I was going to have the card. Ah, Shaz, the sound is a lot clearer. Thank you. That's because I'm not on, you can't see my hands and face today. I'm not on Streamlabs. my battery wasn't full on my camera, and I didn't, coming in a little late, I didn't want to chance it. So it's just me, my hands, but you can hear me a little better, so that's something. I'm deciding whether I go portrait or landscape with this card, and I am thinking portrait. They're very different trees. But I am liking this a lot better, so I think we're going to go with this. Okay, we're going to have it like this. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to put this to the side. Now I've decided what we're doing, kind of. And I picked out some scraps of our gold metallic cardstock. And looking at the dies, I've got a couple of things I want to cut out. Here is a tree basket, you know, that your tree will sit in. Urgh. Going to cut that one out. And these are our garlands to put on your Christmas tree. Oh, and then I've got to decide on a star. I'm just going to do one and see what it looks like. So I can fit a lot on this little scrap. I am going to cut those out and see what they come out like. Here we go. Oh, this is very cool. Can you see the basket weave in the gold? That's so nice, isn't it? I'm loving that. And that pretty star, I think I'm going to be using that a lot. Do those bits in the middle pop out? They do, but you know what? I really like it. I'm going to leave them in, even though you can just pop them out. Let's put the star there so I don't lose you. And this is going to be fun. Pop that there. Now, my lovely husband, as I was coming live for coffee and cards, brought me in a cup of coffee. Isn't he a sweetheart? So you've got to have a coffee when you're crafting, or a hot drink, because it is coffee and cards after all. So if you're watching me live or on replay, make sure you've got a nice drink. Right. Okay, so for all our bits and bobs, I'm going to grab this large tree. Ooh, come here. Grab the whole thing, I think, because we want to see how it works. Now, I don't know how much of this we'll be able to see, so we're going to pop it underneath. And we also don't want it to poke over the top of the card too much. You don't have this set, Shaz. It's a great one. Like I said, I haven't played with it at all yet, though. But isn't it fab? So I might cut some more of these out. You could cut them out in different colours. Then I can have one for each tree. And you don't have to use up your gold. You could put it in any kind of browns or greys or blacks. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. So I'm thinking just kind of popping them on. Like this. Well, this works, doesn't it? It's obviously meant to be. So I wonder if we bring it up a bit. Right, I'm going to get my glue out. So, you know what I could have done, which would have been great for these little garlands. We sell the double-sided adhesive sheets that you can stick on your cardstock before you run it through the die cutting machine. and it kind of turns them into a sticker, if you know what I mean. So you don't then have to end up with glue all over your hands for tiny bits. So next time I must remember to use it. In the meantime, we will just make do. Right, let's see. Try to work out how this will look. As I say, I've never played with it. I do tend to generally play a little bit with my stamp sets, do a couple of samples before I come live with them, but today, this is how it is. Ooh, got it stuck to me. There we go. I'm really excited for my second in-person class that I'm going to have running. Means that I can reach more people. And obviously the kit's in the post too. Love a kit in the mail. As I say, it's going to be the Joy of Noel suite, which is absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping this is all going to fit on here now I've stuck it down. Who knows? I am stuck to it. Look at all of that. Say hello if you're watching. What's the weather like with you, Shaz? It's pretty miserable here. It's been raining on and off, and I did put some stuff on my washing line because it was so windy and dry earlier. Never mind. I've even got a hair stuck to my gluey hand. Miserable and raining, yes. Pretty much the same then. I love how this goes together. Ooh, there's my star. That's cute, isn't it? The gold on there. You could do any coloured tree with any coloured garlands. You could do a pink tree if you like pink trees. I'm a little bit distracted because I think the post van is outside my door with a parcel, so I do apologise. I might have to go and answer the door. Oh, that was funny. Thank you for your patience. I was hoping he could pass it through the window, but we've got the window locked. As you do, keep it all nice and secure. But the thing reason is because that I would dash off to answer the door. Is if I don't and he knocks, you won't be able to hear me for the dog barking. So it was a lot easier just to intercept all that going on. Because he would be, I want to make friends with the postman. Okay, so I've got my star on the top. How cute is that? With that gold. That's really pretty, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is, the reason I didn't stick my layers down to start with is because I never know if I'm going to add some ribbon. I have decided I'm not going to add ribbon. So I think we just go and pop the layers down because then it's easier to work out where you're at. think the time has come for me to start thinking about tidying up the garden for the winter. Do you guys do that? Let me know. We have all our garden furniture out, which is actually weatherproof. But it's better when the winter comes to take it in, away from the frost. Not the furniture, but all the cushion type pieces, and they're large. And I was just thinking about, you know, tidying the garden up for the winter and with the weather changing. So that's a job we have to do. Right, okay, I'm hoping this will still fit in the envelope. Yes, I'm pretty sure it will, especially if I bring it down a little bit. So what I'm going to do next is pop my other trees where I want them to be, because I'm going to place this Christmas tree higher. I'm going to pop it on Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to put some more of these under these. So I think what I'll do is I'll cut some more of these out, 2 more, and see what they look like. You can make little Christmas presents, gifts to go underneath the tree with this stamp set. This one. So in the stamp set, you've got this with all the boxes, and then you have got in the dies, you've got all these squares you can make gifts from, and they could go underneath your Christmas trees too. They would look really cool. So I'm going to pop these here so I can kind of work out what I'm doing. I'm going to have this one over here. He's going to sit on there. So I think on the bottom of this one, a little bit of glue. And if I bring it right down, it doesn't look so disproportionate in size. And the same with this one. So nice, aren't they? I do love a Christmas tree. Right, that's going to be on here. When you're stamping things that are embossed, especially if they are slippery and shiny, like the gold metallic cardstock, you have to give your Tombow a couple of seconds to grab, because it's really good for embossed, but because it's shiny, you need to just give it a couple of seconds to grab. Right, okay, and this is going to go here and here, and this one, I'm going to do the same one. Little bit of glue along the base, and I am really going to bring it up quite high. Like that. Just so it looks like it has a base under there and it's not kind of floating, because that would be weird. And then you've got all your trees ready to go on. So, time to place them. Some glue. I'm placing the side trees flat down so that I can give my tree in the middle a bit of height. Like that. Bring it over. Don't want it hanging off. And then it's up to you. If you make this card, whether you want stars on your others. I think my middle tree is going to be my kind of center stage tree. So I think he's the only one that's going to have a star on it. But there are lots of different stars. You could definitely put different ones on. And I might change my mind yet. I'm covered in the glue. Do you get covered in this liquid glue too? Tell me, I'd love to know. Right, I've got some sticky foam pads. let's go for it and stick them all the way down the middle of the tree. And then I might put a couple just to give it a bit of stability like that. Maybe one over there. So we've got 3 along the bottom, an extra one there. Let's do it. So this paper with this die set makes for really easy cards, I think. So you could batch make these and then you could die cut all of the paper for your Christmas cards, because we all like to make rather a lot of Christmas cards, don't we? So you could batch cut all your paper out and then you could do all the layers and you could sit in front of your favourite film and make all your Christmas cards up. Oh, I like that idea. I might have to do that. This would also be nice with, instead of the cherry cobbler, put the gold card around it. That would be really nice too. I'm loving this. It's a really easy set to use. Glue, loads of glue. Pop it on your card base. I haven't cut my inside yet. That's something else I need to do. Oh, it's really sweet, isn't it? I like that. Now I do need a little sentiment on there. So I need to decide what we're going to have. I'm going to have a think and have a little drink of my coffee. I'm thinking, hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. Or I might just put to you and yours. Excuse me. Excuse me. Right, okay. I'm going to put to you and yours. Look at this stamp set. It's never been used. I wasn't joking when I said I had never used it before. So this little, hang on, where is it? This wooden post here with the wood on it. It's kind of like Christmas trees for sale type wooden post. Oh, look, there's all the gifts that I was talking about that you can cut out. That little wooden post cuts out that, but you can cut it out as well. Oh, no, I've got tape everywhere. Using this little die. But I'm wondering if that to you and yours would fit in that little die as well. What do you think? Oh, it's got love and joy. We wish you a Merry Christmas. To you and yours. Does it fit? Oh, no, that's too long for that. But that's okay. I think that's what I'm going to use. To you and yours. Let's have a look. Because I'm thinking of popping it here. I think I'm going to. We're going to give it a go, right? So I need a small block. I mean, you could put a much bigger sentiment on there, but I quite like that. And I need a scrap of Pretty Peacock, I think. Let's see what I've got. Oh, as if I planned it. I have a scrap of Pretty Peacock cardstock. And did I? Yeah, I did put my embossing stuff away. Let me grab that. Nothing is very far away. My craft room's not huge. Right, I could do it in gold, but I think, you know what? I think I'm going to do it in white, not use the Pretty Peacock, and I think I'm going to do it in Pretty Peacock ink. Let's try that. Bit of white we need. Okay, do you keep all your scraps? Let's have a look at this. I've had this one a long time because, yeah, the dies I've cut out of there. Right. I have got glue everywhere. Okay, so this is a trick for you. Probably not very earth-shattering, but nevertheless. we are going to use the embossing buddy to start off with, especially as this is a really old piece of white card that I've had knocking around. It'll take off any like little greasy marks or fingerprints that are on there, and it means that when I put the embossing powder on there, it only sticks to the ink and not these marks that you can't see. Right, embossing ink to you and yours. I could do this in gold or Pretty Peacock. I think we're going to go for Pretty Peacock. I'm just going to stamp it. I'm not sure how well I stamped that, but we'll go for it. Oh, I don't need to stamp it in Versamark. What am I talking about? This is my tip. I'm going to stamp it in Pretty Peacock. Let's do it again. So I've got my ink pad ready. We'll do it up that way. And to you and yours. This is a very old scrappy piece of card, and if it doesn't come out, I shall scrap it and get a new one. To you and yours. There you go. That's looking pretty good. Next thing, I'm going to grab the tray, the clear embossing powder, and I'm going to put it on there. And then it's going to make it a bit shiny, a bit glossy. Here we go, pop it in. Oh, where's the lid? There it is. Right, I should have my heat tool plugged in. Here we go, do now. And then I'll grab the tweezers that come with this Additions kit and just give it a quick blast. I can see I've got some stray powder along the top there, so I'll just use a little brush. Heat it up until it sets. Can you see the colour changing? So now that's nice and glossy on there. And I just need to trim it. Let's hope I make a good job of trimming it. Let's just take it out of all this scrappy piece of card that we don't need. That bit had the embossing powder on it as well. Right, let's cut this. Make sure it's nice and straight. All I'm doing is cutting around the sentiment. Then once you've got it all straight, you can trim it down to whatever you like. So I can take a tiny bit more off. I think that might be enough actually. To you and yours. I'm just going to go across the top there. I like that. Now, you know what I need for that? I could have cut a little bit more off. It is bothering me. But then you're getting into the realms of cutting off tiny bits and you actually risk making a mess of it. So let's have a look. Yes, hooray, I did it. Okay, I am going to do one thing. The little adhesive foam strips. I love these things. I used them on a card that's coming up on my blog for a blog hop on the weekend for the Noel letters. And you can put the strips behind. It's so much easier than using the foam pads. And you get loads and loads of them in a packet. They last for ages. They're good for shaker cards. They're good for loads of things. So I'm going to use them to pop this up. Oh my goodness, that bit is made to fit. Look. To you and yours. Like that. Oh, I'm liking that. Now, the other thing that I'm going to use, or I might use, I've got these. These are part of the Joy of Noel or the classic Christmas suite. It's called the Loose Holly Gems and Sequins, and there's loads and loads in here. You might have seen me using these before. They've got musical notes, holly leaves, and then they've got the red gems in a few different sizes. So I might use some of those, but I've also picked out these. Now, I think these are called festive pearls in the catalogue, but for some reason when they come it's got red and green adhesive back pearls written on them, but they're not red and green. They've got silver, they've got gold, they've got this, I don't know, colour, but they're really pretty. And that's the last of mine, but they are definitely still current in the catalogue. But I have got through most of mine, and I may just dot a few of these on here, but I'll see what they look like first. It may be a bit overkill, so if it is, we won't bother, but I thought it might be nice. This might be why I don't have many left, because I keep using them all up. Ooh. And then add a red one. What does the red look like? I think the dog is snoring by my feet. So we've got the gold, we've got the silver, and we've got the red. Just move them around when you've decided how you like them to look. There we go. I wonder if I should put any more on there. I think we've got enough on there. To you and yours. I'm loving this. It's so pretty. I do need an inside, don't I, for the card? So let's grab a piece of white. Pop the card to the side, and we might stamp ink up one of these tree stamps and see how they stamp. So my inside needs to be 10 centimetres by 14.3. Oh, thanks Shaz for watching. You're an angel. I'll see you later. Right, okay, so I'm going to pop this one inside, and then we're going to decide what we've got. So we've got To You and Yours on the front. So on the inside, we could put We Wish You a Merry Christmas. That would be really cute, wouldn't it? So we've got this massive tree stamp. We've got this stamp. So I'm assuming that this tree covers this one and gives it all the foliage, or you can have this one as it is. And I don't think I'll stamp them up. I think I am going to put "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" in. And I might put another one of those trees from the paper there. Oh, that fits nicely on this little C block. So what did we go for? Pretty Peacock. I've not stamped this before, so let's give it a go. So nice. This is going to stamp so well on top of a tree, isn't it? I think that will be something I need to do. So we wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh, it stamps beautifully, doesn't it? And then I'll show you a trick for your designer series papers, your pattern papers. So let's have a look. I haven't got a lot here actually to show you how it was. So do you see the side of this piece of paper here, and you've only got half a tree on it? Well, don't waste those trees. You can use them. So I will show you how. I could use my die to cut it out, which I probably will, save me cutting it out myself. So there's that one. Is there any more? I'm very lucky with this one. We've got a very large one, but I don't think I want that on the inside. It's so big. But I'll show you what I mean with that one. I'll grab the die again. I think it's this one. Is it this one? No, the smaller one. So imagine it's a whole tree. Like that. Stick it on the bit where the paper is, obviously, and then we'll pop it through the machine. You get half a tree. So you've got your half a tree here. We're just going to pop it here on the side of the paper like that. And if you had any more half images, you can always pop them around the other sides. It's really good, that paper. There's hardly any of the trees are off the edge. That's good. Right. I'm going to pop it here. Right up to the edge like that. And then I'm going to put it inside my card. That is fun, isn't it? Okay, so we wish you a Merry Christmas. I really like that. I think that's really sweet with that little tree there. That's so nice, isn't it? Love that. I might put a little bit of a sticky foam pad under there so that it gives it a bit of structure. That might be a bit big. I might need to chop it in half or use a small one. I use a small one. That would be better. Here we go. That's what they're made for, isn't it? There. Nice. That keeps it stable. So there's our card. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make the card. We've been going for 50 minutes. Wow. But I do chat a lot, and I did have to decide a lot of things because I hadn't made it in advance. I'm going to have another quick go. I don't know how this is going to go, so do bear with me. It may not be a complete card, but I'm going to have a little experiment. So if you want to stay and craft with me, I will be very happy. Right, I am going to take out the very large tree from, oh, listen to that. That's not a good sound, is it? Oh yeah, I'll take that off from the stamp set. I love these stamps though, because once you've taken them off, you can use this acetate for something else, and they sit inside your stamp set like that. So I need a big block, and I've got my big block out ready, and that's going to go on there like that. Okay. And I'm going to get a different colour entirely. Let's have a look and see what I can find. So I'm kind of torn. Do I go Flirty Flamingo or Bubble Bath? I am thinking Flirty Flamingo. Let's just try the Bubble Bath out for a bright pink tree. Ooh, crumbs. And it's very juicy, this ink pad, and it's very bubbly. So I might need to do that again, but yeah, I don't think it's vivid enough. I think we're going to go with Flirty Flamingo, although I do like that colour. Right, give it a clean on my chamois. Make sure it's clean. Right, I'm going to try and stamp it again with the Flirty Flamingo and see what that's like. Oh, goodness. Wow, that's bright, isn't it? I'm not sure I want it that bright either. Oh, maybe we could have it half strength. Let's see what that's like. Oh yeah, that's not stamping very well at all, is it? It's because it's a brand new stamp and I've not used it before. Oh, and I don't have my foam pad underneath it, do I? And it's a photopolymer stamp. That's probably more the reason why. So I know what I'll do. I don't use my foam pad very much. I'm going to grab a catalogue. I'm going to try and stamp it. I can see the bubbles behind it, or I haven't stuck it properly down. Okay, we're going to try it. Okay, let's give it a go. Fun. Will it fit on this way? It's better. It just needed a little bit more pressure. So my lovely husband's brought me another cup of coffee. I think he thinks I'm going to dry out. Bless him. He's sweet, isn't he? He's a keeper. Well, we've been together 30 years, so I think he's definitely a keeper now. Right, let's see what it looks like stamped off. I might need a different pink. But I don't know which colour to go for. Oh, I think they're all a bit much, aren't they? You wouldn't have a Christmas tree that colour. You might have a Christmas tree that colour, but it doesn't show out very well. Let's have another look. Not Bubble Bath. Not Flirty Flamingo. Ooh, Melon Mambo. That's too pink. Berry Burst, that's far too pink. Where's Petal Pink? That's what I'm looking for. Here it is. No, that's not it. Petal Pink, Petal Pink. Let's go for that. Maybe this was the colour I wanted the whole time. I think it probably was the one I was looking for the whole time. Okay. I quite like this stamped off though. It's just a little bit too light. Let's just stamp that once there. Can I just get a hair on my stamp? There we go. Right, let's go for it. It's another one. Might be the same one. Got some good coverage. I can still see a hair on my stamp. That's courtesy of my cat, I think. How naughty she is. There we go. There is Petal Pink. What do we think about that? Would you have a Christmas tree in Petal Pink? No, I don't think you would. It's too like orange. I hope you've enjoyed playing with this with me though and seeing what you get. I think this is the best colour. And this was stamped off Flirty Flamingo, wasn't it? So that might be the way forward. I don't know. Let's try it one more time. I know what I want in my head. I just need to translate it. Will it fit here? No, and now I've made it all blotchy. Okay, I don't think we're going to bother with a pink tree today. I'm giving up with my pink tree, but do not fear, I will be back with a pink tree because I know exactly what I want to create with it. And I think it will look super nice with some pastel colours. So I'm not going to do that, although I do like it. So pretty, isn't it? No, we're not going to have a pink tree. I'm going to leave it today where we are. And when I come back, I will create again with this in the next few weeks, and we'll have some alternative, non-traditional colour Christmas cards using the Christmas trees. And we will be embossing in white with this as well to make it look like snow. I'm really looking forward to playing with this again. I hope you've enjoyed watching me today. This is really distracting, isn't it? Have I got anything on the other side? Yes. Let's move it anyway. No pink trees. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed watching me play with the Merriest Trees stamp set and die set today, and the Walk in the Forest papers that are gorgeous, and they are part of the product Give Back to Charity this year. Absolutely love them. I'll show you the bear. This is the bear punch. This cuts out the bears. How good is that? So this comes with its own stamp set, this Bear Punch. It's the Berry Christmas bundle, but incidentally, the Bear Punch also cuts out the paper from the Walk in the Forest. How good is that? There you go. So there, I hope you've enjoyed watching me and you've had fun and you might have some inspiration for this gorgeous bundle. Let me know. Let me know in the comments, what's your favourite? Are you a traditional Christmas colours person? Do you like the reds and the greens and the golds? Or are you after the pastel pinks and the blues and sometimes the lilacs that we have now and things like that? Do let me know, traditional or contemporary, I'd love to know. And thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed what I've been making, pop over to my website at inkstampshare.ink and you'll find loads more inspiration over there. If you like any of the products that I've used, they're all by Stampin' Up and you can find them in my Stampin' Up online shop. And everything is in the description box down below and you can find all those links. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. If you're watching on replay, say hi. Tell me you're watching from Tomorrowland. I'd love to know. And I will see you on Friday. Take care again, folks, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.